Michigan's been saying, maybe Charbonnet's the guy. Right. I mean, it's like they bring in these quarterbacks, a whole other issue. I'm not even getting into that. That's a factor as well. And then along the defensive line, I mean, Michigan's defensive linemen are small, and they don't have. I mean, where are the monsters other than Rashawn Gary, who's now playing in the National Football League? Where are those guys where it's like they're monsters on the D line? They just don't have them. And so again on Saturday, good players, not great players, but good players like Hutchinson and Hay. We're just getting manhandled.
Yeah.
And J.K. Dobbins. I mean, Michigan could not get off the field to save their life, even on 3rd and 15.
Right. Anyway, he didn't use the same ridiculous scheme he used last year.
Don Brown.
Yeah, they changed some things. Look, if you want to go to the game itself, not the broad picture, the game itself, yeah, Don Brown's defense was horrific. Offensively, I thought, especially in the first half, they did a lot of good. Look, some of this has to be put on the players. Now, it's coaching's number one. This Harbaugh leads the program, and the coordinator's under him. But I'm sorry, when you miss an extra point, fumble a snap, offsides on a punt, late hit out of bounds, which was stupid, many drop passes. Also, you have a chance to down a punt at the 1 yard line. You can't even do that. I mean, these are player mistakes too. Well, so the players should not be taken let off the hook.
The Pattersons.
How about taking a player's shoe off?
Yeah.
Such a bush league.
What the hell was that? Because it seemed choreographed. Because two guys did it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
salt and pepper.
It wasn't like one guy had the idea and had his hand around his ankle and said, "I'm frustrated. I'm going to tear his shoe off." It seemed like a coordinated effort, which made me wonder, was that discussed before the game?
Well, you know what was discussed before the game? I saw the picture. Was it Khaleke Hudson had a T-shirt with Greg Madison's picture on it?
I don't care about that stuff.
That's stupid.
Okay, well, I mean, you could say it, whatever. They were trying to find ways to get fired up. They wore the 62-point T-shirts all week to fire themselves
all
up.
season.
Maybe they need to come out next year without wings on their helmet. Something different. I don't know. I mean, that stuff is, if they're not motivated anyway, maybe you need reminders of what to be motivated by. But I mean, a Jim Harbaugh who, say what you want about Harbaugh, but his teams play the right way. There's not a whiff of off-field scandal or controversy. And untying shoes and pulling them off, and it's like, we can't beat you guys straight up, so we have to find a way to slow you down, so we're going to take off J.K. Dobbins' shoe?
That was absurd.
What the hell is that?
How about on the Patterson's fumble, too? And I do think, you put that in your prep, Jamie, it did kind of create a snowball effect a little bit.
Well, because it led to the punt, it led to the offsides.
But his eyes are not on the ball. And I love where Fox's coverage picks that up, where, safe ESPN and ABC, who's in bed with college football, doesn't necessarily always critique college athletes the way they should be critiqued. You're on the big stage now.
Right.
This guy showed his true colors. He was never a good quarterback. He's never going to be a good quarterback. He'll never play in the NFL like people said. And
oh, look at you, just laying in the weeds.
Yeah, man, because I said it all along.
No, you didn't say it for the last month. You were awfully quiet. You were awfully quiet for the last month.
He's not the reason they lost that freaking game.
Why didn't you say that on Wednesday? Why didn't you say they're going to lose this game?
I said I never trusted Shea Patterson in our picks.
For the last
month.
I
did say it in our picks. And I said J.K. Dobbins would run all over the Swiss cheese defense.
All right.
The bottom line
Let's check
is...
how many times Goff picked against Michigan.
The bottom line is this. Jim Harbaugh is not the head coach we thought he was. He's not in the class of the greatest of all time, as I thought he was, and I'll own that right now.
A lot of people
this
thought
guy,
that.
No. But Jamie,
Gov.
Nobody wanted him here more than me. Maybe the same.
Oh, I think that a lot of people wanted him the same because it seemed like a perfect match, a perfect fit. And you're right, he is not. He's a good coach. He's not a great coach. He's vastly overpaid. He's done a lot of nice things at Michigan, but he hasn't done the things he's needed to do.
A great coach gets one of these wins somewhere, somehow, some way. Right. And furthermore, enough isn't being put on this that really his best teams were with Brady Hoke's tenure.
True.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And can we get DJ Durkin back? Because their defense was 10 times better with him.
I mean, the best players he's coached, he recruited. I mean, Rashawn Gary, Devin Bush. I mean, those are the best talent. You look at the National Football League right now, Urban Meyer made the point after the game on Fox that he believes all 22 starters for Ohio State will play in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Now, That's Urban
True.
too. But still, he's probably right.
But Rick Spielman, I heard, told John Wangler, what's the difference between Ohio State and Michigan? He goes, right now, Ohio State probably has 45 players that can play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan maybe has 10.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's the difference.
That's fine.
And that's on Harbaugh, too. The recruiting is on him as well.
I have a friend who goes to tons of games and was very apathetic yesterday when I was talking to him about it, and just said, this is just the way it's going to be. No, his job's to flip it. His job is
Right.
to flip it like
And
Dabo did, and he was actually, suspicious of Dabo. And I don't think Dabo's doing anything wrong. Dabo's situation changed when he got Deshaun Watson. And it continues to come back to that for Michigan. And I know the defense it's horrendous, and there's all these other things, but it starts at the top in college football. If you don't have an elite quarterback, you're not going to win. And the track record of the playoff proves it.
But Stoney, going back to a couple weeks ago, this is why the salary does matter. And I know you say it doesn't bother you, but this is why it bothers so many people about the salary. And you're right. You're not paying it. I'm not paying it. But when you're paid more than any coach in America, right now, according to USA Today, Dabo's 1, Saban's 2, Harbaugh's 3.
He's not, look,
You're not getting what you're paying.
You're not getting the results on the field. Absolutely.
Okay, so when you go to a nice dinner and you order a steak and the steak's cooked wrong,
I
and you're
understand.
paying $60 for the steak, you send it back.
Yeah, you're right. And look, for the fans, yes. For the school, the administrators, the president, all that, they're getting a great return of their investment financially.
But you're telling me that other coaches couldn't get that same investment?
I don't
Really?
I don't think so.
They, as I watched the game on TV, you were there. They've put 100,000 in this building since 1976.
It's not, believe me, it's more than just the tickets. If they
Air Jordan? I mean, is that all you're centering on? Is Air Jordan?
No,
What else?
obviously
What
there's
else?
tons of donations. They've made a lot of more money since he's took over. Now, whether
Because he was compared to Brady Hoke
Okay.
and Rich Rodriguez.
fine, okay, but that's the reason he's getting paid money, because they're making money from him. Now, after a year or two, if this continues and they get rid of him and they bring in somebody else, will they get as many? If they beat Ohio State a few times and get back to national prominence where some people think they should be, like top 5 team, yeah, then that would change.
I know you're not saying this, so I don't want to mock you, okay?
Okay.
But to think about what you are saying.
Oh, I understand
Hold on. It's, the team, the 10-year war, the 1969 game, blah, blah, blah. Return on investment. I mean, come on.
That's not what I'm saying.
You just said it.
No, I'm saying that's what they think down there.
I don't think they
I
think that.
do. Well, that's the problem. We'll never know. We don't know what Ward Manuel thinks. He just sits in the press conference afterwards with a big scowl on his face. We have no idea.
He hired a good basketball coach.
I know he did. We don't know
They
what
won Atlantis, for God's sake.
Damn right. We don't know what Schlissel thinks. That's all I'm saying. Look, believe me, the fan in me is furious. Furious.
Tony's furious. 248-539-9797. We'll see if anybody else out there is furious. Coming up next on 97.1 The Ticket. It is Black Friday all month long, and we are into December now, and the amazing Black Friday deals continue at La Fontaine. The family deal, that's right, check it out, thefamilydeal.com. You can go online, and as we know, it's very busy right about now, very busy indeed. So you need to take the time with your family, take the time at work, take the time for gatherings, and if you're shopping for a new car, you might not have time to do that. That's why the La Fontaines came up with their online deal at familydeal.com. Now that we're here, you can go shop online, search by model, price, vehicle type, and more. It's easy and fun to shop online at familydeal.com. They have all sorts of deals going on there right now in time for the holidays. And even though Black Friday has come and gone last week, they still have some deals there as well. So check it out online. Make your first stop for shopping, familydeal.com. La Fontaine, it's the family deal.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Adam, the American Divorce Association for Men. There is an accident, 96 Jeffries eastbound after Newburgh. It leaves drivers getting by to the right side only. Then you'll find an accident reported 75 southbound at M59 around Auburn Hills, and another accident 75 heading southbound after 14 Mile in the work zone blocking the left lane. If you're a man facing divorce or custody issues, you need the attorneys at Adam, expertly protecting men's rights for over 25 years. Call 248-356-ADAM. I'm Michelle Pena on the WWJ 24-hour Traffic Center.
97.1 The Ticket and Ellison Brewery have teamed up. Introducing the Ticket American Lager and the Ticket Double Dry Hopped Hazy Pale Ale. Look for them on draft at a bar or restaurant near you.
The FBI and its partners are taking actions against more than 260 individuals from across the globe who allegedly defrauded more than 2 million Americans, most of them elderly. The losses are $750 million to date. A scam artist even tried to defraud former FBI and CIA Director Judge William Webster, who recently turned 95 years old, and his wife Linda.
Absolutely anybody can be targeted by the scammers, many of whom seem legitimate, friendly, like your next door neighbor. Our message is don't be fooled.
Our elder fellow citizens deserve our support and our protection.
FBI Deputy Director David Bowditch encourages all to keep a vigilant eye on our senior population.
When we were all born, our parents were our first champions, and we needed them. Today, they need us.
Report elder fraud at ic3.gov. With FBI This Week, I'm Molly Halpern of the Bureau.
Words can hurt. He has an opioid addiction. Words can heal. He has opioid use disorder. Across Michigan, there's a stigma surrounding opioid use disorder.
I can't trust him anymore. He needs help. I can help him. He's never gonna quit. He's trying to recover.
And when you or someone you love is affected, that stigma can be a setback to recovery. By rewinding the negativity and reworking the narrative, we can start conversations that lead to healing and see opioid use disorder not as a weakness or choice, but for what it really is, a medical condition. Help end the stigma of opioid use disorder. Learn how at michigan.gov/opioids. That's michigan.gov/opioids. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
The FBI and its partners are taking actions against more than 260 individuals from across the globe who allegedly defrauded more than 2 million Americans, most of them elderly. The losses are $750 million to date. A scam artist even tried to defraud former FBI and CIA Director Judge William Webster, who recently turned 95 years old, and his wife Linda.
Absolutely anybody can be targeted by the scammers, many of whom seem legitimate, friendly, like your next door neighbor. Our message is don't be fooled.
Our elder fellow citizens deserve our support and our protection.
FBI Deputy Director David Bowditch encourages all to keep a vigilant eye on our senior population.
When we were all born, our parents were our first champions, and we needed them. Today, they need us.
Report elder fraud at ic3.gov. With FBI This Week, I'm Molly Halpern of the Bureau.
The business side of healthcare is growing fast, and Davenport University is leading the way. Our health information and medical case management programs are perfect for nurses, business people, and even retirees.
You can learn online, real-time, virtual, or in class.
Davenport is ideally suited to fill this new market.
It's a quality, affordable education.
Many students have jobs even before graduating. Call 855-DAVENPORT today. Davenport University.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Mortgage interest rates right now are at an 11-month low. Call 248-308-5000 or chat with us online at davidhallmortgage.com. Lower payments, better options, more personal attention.
Beaumont will perform free student heart checks for teens 13 to 18 at Fordson High School on Ford Road in Dearborn, Saturday, December 14th, 9 till 4. Sign up at beaumont.org/SHC. Details at 971theticket.com. 971 The Ticket and CBS Sports Radio 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The Seattle Seahawks host the Minnesota Vikings. Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 7:30 on CBS Sports Radio 1270.
In the gun, calls for the ball, gets the ball, big blitz, he fumbles the ball, and he gets back on it, and I think it's going to be, no, Ohio State gets the football. The turnover from Jake Patterson on the snap was covered by Robert Landers, and the Buckeyes get the first huge break of the game.
Yeah, that was a great play. Cost them a minimum of
be occasionally beating them.
Well, this text makes the great point. Bama has been a juggernaut the last decade, yet Auburn has gone 4-6 over them the last 10 games. I don't know if it's 4-6, but they have beaten them.
Well, they beat them Saturday. They beat them in the kick six game. They beat them in the Cam Newton game, right?
Yeah.
So
I love Saban with that pissy fit on Saturday too.
it was legit. By the way, did you just make up a word, pissy fit?
Maybe.
It's usually a hissy fit.
That too.
Yeah, but
Well, why was it legit? The guy, he didn't do anything wrong. Auburn didn't do anything wrong. They had a great trick play.
no, he also had a hissy fit at the 1 second when they allowed them to kick a field goal at the end of the first half.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the.
Right, I was talking about the one at the end. It's not fair.
Well, he was not happy with the substitution patterns. They got called with too many guys on the field. No other coach would have done any better than Harbaugh. That's ticket text 97136, and that might be true, but then again, that doesn't really matter.
No.
He's been paid incredibly handsomely to come here. He's gotten contract extensions while he's been here, and again, he doesn't sell the program. I mean, did you watch game day on Saturday?
No, I was at.
Oh, you were at the game. I mean, I'm not comparing Michigan to Minnesota. Okay, I understand Minnesota's Minnesota. I mean, there was even a sign at game day that said, "I don't know what to write because we've never been this good." They don't know how to handle the success. But I mean, the row the boat, all that stuff is a cult of personality. And that's PJ Fleck. Okay, and it's working. Doesn't even try.
Okay, but what has Ryan Day done in 12 months since he's had the job? 11 months. He hasn't done anything gimmicky like that. They are what they are.
Right, you can't, that's who Jim Harbaugh is. His personality.
I'm not suggesting that Jim Harbaugh needs to go row the boat. Okay, I understand that's gimmicky. I'm talking about normal things that coaches do, like sitting on set with Herb Street on game day, things like that to sell your program.
Do not give 1 or 2 word answers on Monday press conferences.
I mean, I do think that stuff starts to add up a little bit. I mean,
Well, here's the
I agree with
he's
you.
a weird dude.
But
I mean,
all the trips and all the things that he's done, and he hasn't done himself any favors, and he did sell it at the
he hasn't
beginning.
done that anymore.
Right.
I mean, think about. I was thinking about the signing with the Stars class. Okay, where those guys would, they played their final game if they were, I mean, when I saw Quinn Nordine was a senior, I was like, oh wow, I still felt like he was like a freshman. He was part of the signing with the Stars class. Ric Flair, Tom Brady, Derek Jeter,
Right.
the whole 9 yards. And that was Harbaugh at his absolute, if you don't like Michigan, insufferableist.
Right. Well, defend him though in the fact that he was criticized for all that stuff.
Oh, I understand that.
People at this radio station criticize him for that stuff. So which
One
radio
person
on it? I think that's all
criticized him.
I think we have to look at the coach here. And
He brought in Devin Bush that class. He brought in Rashawn Gary that class. I mean, he brought in some.
I think David Long that class too. Maybe, I don't know. But here's the other thing: we're talking about recruiting and we're talking about personality. Well, sometimes the two mesh, and because of his personality, it doesn't jive with a lot of recruits. Maybe that's part of the reason. Because
He's been hanging
they
on.
don't kiss ass like a lot of the other schools.
Pat, you're on 97.1 The Ticket. Hello, Pat.
Good morning, fellas. Pissy fit. I like that.
Yeah. Where's the new term?
I think certainly talent plays into it, but I think it's maybe 30% talent, 70% coaching. And the reason I say that is I have to live with an insufferable Wisconsin brother. He loves bad. He
Michigan's talent is closer to Alabama than Michigan's is to Ohio State. But you're right. There are a lot of the three-star guys. Look, Devin Bush, I believe, was a three-star. So they develop some players. They don't obviously develop enough of them.
Yeah, I mean, to sit here and say that Dabo will be better than Harbaugh is at Michigan, yeah, I mean, it's a difficult point to argue against based on what he's done at Clemson. I think you'd also say that with Urban Meyer currently out of college football, Dabo is the best or the second best coach in the sport, right? Ahead of Saban. So, yes, if you could get one of those, that's what we thought Harbaugh was. He's not. He's not. He's a good coach. He's not a great coach.
Correct.
He's done nothing at Michigan. He did a couple things at Stanford, and he did a couple things with the 49ers. He's done nothing at Michigan to distinguish himself as a great coach. That's not an insult, Jimmy.
I know.
That's the fact. I mean, and if he has, then somebody needs to point it out to me. What is that game that Michigan's won where it said, okay, well, they had the clear edge? Yes, they've had nice wins. They beat the crap out of Notre Dame this year. They've won home games against Penn State and Wisconsin that are nice wins. And I do feel bad to some extent that we tend to move the goalposts on Harbaugh because the Notre Dame win this year was a big-time win and is already being glossed over because Notre Dame hasn't played well since.
On that, though, it should be glossed over because this year they went 2-3 in the Big Five games. Last year they went 3-2. They regressed. They did. Michigan did.
I'm talking about the Notre Dame.
I know you're talking about the Notre Dame game. We're glossing over it. I'm glossing over it because in totality, in the Big Five games, they went 2-3 this year. Last year they went 3-2.
I'm just stating a fact. Okay, I'm not saying Harbaugh was much better or worse this year. I'm saying that he does not get any credit for winning big games when he actually has won some big games. That's all I'm saying.
He's playing when they
My
lie.
overall point is that he's not a great coach. There's no. I don't think there's.
I think we all agree on that.
Agree on that. Yeah. All right, 7:01. Time for a sports update. More of your calls on Michigan coming up next. Here's Jeff Lesson on 97.1 The Ticket.
WXYT FM and WSYT HD1 Detroit. The radio.com sports station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Mother Waddles, the best pro sports team in Detroit. The Pistons improved their record to 7-13. They get a career high 28 points from Christian Wood and route to an easy 132-98 win over San Antonio at the Little Caesars Arena last night. Luke Kennard had 20 for Detroit, who had previously dropped 8 of 10. Red Wings now on the home court, trying to end a 9-game streak tonight. They host the Islanders at the Little Caesars Arena. Wings an NHL worst record of 7-19-3. The Islanders 17-5-2. Hear the game right here on 97.1 The Ticket at 7:30. Good news for the Lions, at least in their potential draft order. The Broncos, Dolphins, Redskins all win yesterday. That means the Bengals and Giants are the only teams with fewer wins than the 3-win Lions. Monday Night Football time, Minnesota is at Seattle. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson for more 97.1theticket.com.
Jamie, All-American baseball star Ray Ladies, and Stoney.
Mason Pipe.
On 97.1 The Ticket.
James Stoney on a Monday morning, 7:03 on 97.1 The Ticket. Our phone number is 248-539-9797 or on the ticket text 97136. I guess what we're really trying to do here is figure out if Michigan needs to change, how to change them. And I don't hear anybody. I've yet to hear, I haven't heard you say it. I haven't heard Gov say it. I haven't heard Greg say it. I haven't heard Heather say it. They need to fire Jim Harbaugh. I haven't heard nobody say that.
No,
I don't know if anybody believes that and they just don't want to say it or what. I've never heard nobody say that. I mentioned to you guys in the email last night, as much as I like the guy, maybe you fire Don Brown. And you say, you know what, Don, you've done a great job here in the years you've been here. You've put together top-ranked defenses. But what happened against Ohio State in back-to-back years is a fireable offense. It's like when Grady Little kept Pedro Martinez in against the Yankees. He was fired. And the next year, they won the World Series under Terry Francona. Now, the Don Brown problem, if you want to even call it that, may solve itself.
Yes.
Because he could be on his way to Boston College. Boston College fired their coach yesterday, and the rumors are... I can say it. You want to say it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Is it either Don Brown's going to be the next head coach at Boston College, or they're going to hire an assistant from Ohio State, and he's going to take Don Brown with him?
Right. Who coached at Michigan Michigan last year, linebackers coach. No, it's Al Washington.
Yeah.
Look, that would make things a lot easier. Now the question is, A, does he deserve to be fired? And yes, I believe you do. And that's the one thing about it.
I don't even think that makes Michigan better. Does firing Don Brown make Michigan better?
I don't know. Ohio,
See, now we're doing things
okay, well,
to do them.
all right, well, we're going to compare ourselves to Ohio State, right? What was Ohio State's biggest problem last year, even though they were really good? Defense, okay? What they do, they brought in two new coordinators, right? Madison and Jeff Hafler, whatever the hell his name is, okay? Brought him in from the San Francisco 49ers. Their defense completely changed because they were getting shredded last year. Jim Harbaugh, and I'll give him credit for this, he's, at least the last few years, he sees a problem and tries to change it. He brought in Josh Gaddis. It took a while. I think we saw, even in the first half against Ohio State, this offense can work, all right? He's got to make the same decision with the defense. That's all. I mean, and he's not been afraid to do that. Now,
Those NFL receivers were fantastic in the second half, by the way.
oh my, well, I know. You know why? Because Ohio State has NFL cornerbacks.
Okay, does Army?
No.
Does Trey Black still play on this football team?
Yeah, that was a nice effort he had on that play. He should have got that first down, right? He was like laying down on that play.
I like how though Ryan Day comes and snags Greg Madison as co-defensive coordinator, and they have a pretty solid defense. You know, I think Don Brown should be replaced because what you said is true, Jamie. The 118 points in 120 minutes is just
a fireable offense.
It's just on its own is fireable. He's very likable. I think
Great guy. He's a good recruiter. I mean, I don't know if that makes them better, but you know,
in his defense, you have got to have top flight corners to play that style. You just do. You have to have guys that can snuggle the receivers, and there's just way too much space.
Snuggle.
And you can't have Josh Metellus, a safety, playing a world-class, receiver man, basically.
Is he on his 7th year already? Hey, quick though, I think until Jim Harbaugh makes an absolutely unbelievable brash decision to change things, it'll never change.
But he changed things offensively.
I know. I'm talking brash and bold. And I brought this up 4 weeks ago, and it certainly would have been absolutely crazy in some ways, but it would have been bold. Why didn't he go after Justin Fields?
He might have made the phone call. We have no idea.
Come on, Stoney. What? You think Jim Harbaugh inquired about Justin Fields? Seriously.
I don't know. And if you're Justin Fields, you coming here?
Why not?
Because Ohio State has this great offense that they've been running for.
They made
Ryan Day. Who called the plays last year? Wasn't Urban Meyer?
You couldn't even Ryan Day, whatever you said. I mean, that's where we were this time last year. Why didn't they go after him? There's no way they did, Stoney. You know damn well.
They might have made a call.
If you can prove to me, and you can prove to me they didn't run it naked down the street right now.
Nobody wants to see that. Let's go to the phones. Jeremy on a cell phone. You're on 97.1 to take it. Hello, Jeremy.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
From Cleveland, Ohio. Long-time Michigan fan, born and raised in Michigan. I was reading something this morning that kind of caught my attention. It was saying that Harbaugh can probably recruiting academic talent because the academic standards are so high at Michigan. I was wondering if that was true or not.
Well,
It kind of makes sense as to why two of the coaches left next year, you know.
Well, there's always been that perception. I need concrete proof of that. That they can't get some of the kids that the other schools are getting because the standards are higher.
I think the standards are certainly higher, but at the same time, they're still getting terrific players, and there are still terrific players who don't normally meet the standards to go to the University of Michigan.
Correct.
So if you think that, Johnny from Rochester High School and Betty from River Rouge are competing on the same plane as some of the elite high school athletes who are going to play football at Michigan, of course.
The question, are there kids getting into Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State that Michigan won't even go after because their grades don't even come close to making Michigan's academic standard, which is less than their normal student?
Or ask you two things, Tony. Number one, so you're saying that you're fine with the way things are.
No, I'm saying things are always improved, but let's not act like he hasn't done anything to the program prior to him being there.
No one's saying that. No, Tony. No one's saying that. Okay, first of all, he has definitely.
You're right. He has. If Michigan has beat Michigan State, now he has a winning record against Michigan State. They have a even record against Wisconsin. They beat Penn State. They just have to beat Ohio State. Well, guess what? Nobody's beating Ohio State.
Purdue has. Michigan State has.
Tony,
no, you're right.
Tony, listen. First of all, if you're fine with the way things are, you sure sound pretty fired up for guys. I mean, by your logic, then Matt Patricia should get a lifetime extension because this is what the Lions have always been. Don't you ever strive to get better? Don't you strive for what you don't?
No, Matt, the Lions have gotten worse since been there.
No, but my point is, this is who the Lions always are. What the Lions are doing now is what they've done for 60 years. So why try to improve? If your argument about Michigan is, this is who they've always been. No, it's not. Because, Tony, maybe you're satisfied with Harbaugh. That's fine. I can tell you that many Michigan fans are not. And that's who we're hearing from this morning. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. And if you're going to sit there, I mean, think about the standards you're using all of a sudden, Tony. With all due respect to Michigan State and their fine athletic program, if your standard for the University of Michigan is we're 3-2 against State, are you kidding me? In 1995, if Lloyd Carr stood at a podium and said, well, we haven't beaten Ohio State, but we're 3-2 against Michigan State, he would have been driven out of the state of Michigan in a Brinks truck.
James, people were laughing at Michigan with Rodriguez and who?
Hey, Tony, congratulations. They're not laughing at Michigan anymore. Have a parade down State Street. They're not laughing. Hey, Greg, congratulations. They're not laughing at Michigan anymore.
Tony,
can you put that on a T-shirt? Tony, can you put that on a T-shirt?
Tony, I understand what you're saying because I somehow feel they've reached a certain level.
Right, so
that's what they are.
So why try?
But you have to
give
try.
Harbaugh a lifetime extension and raise.
But you have to. You have
to be in the program.
Huh?
I mean, we won 4 games just like this. So we keep on doing 4 games.
I couldn't understand it.
A couple times we've been there.
All right, yay! They won 10 games a couple times. No one's laughing at us anymore.
But the question is
3-2 against Michigan State.
But Jamie, you're wrong. You're wrong, Jamie. You're wrong.
Not laughing at us anymore. They're 3-2 against Michigan State.
You're wrong. They are laughing at them now.
Tony said that. That was Tony's point.
You have to change your lyrics. Nationally, everybody's laughing at Michigan.
All right, Heather's got news coming up next. Heather, what's going on?
Holy cow. That was intense. Anyway, Pete Davidson, he is upsetting and confusing some of his fans after making them do something pretty absurd before going to his comedy shows.
They're not laughing at Pete Davidson.
No, they're not.
Which is bad for his career. 97-1 to take.
When it comes to hiring, you don't have time to waste. You need help getting to a short list of qualified candidates fast. That's why you need Indeed.com. Maybe Don Brown will post a job. Because in minutes, set up screener questions, then zero in on qualified candidates using an intuitive online dashboard. And when you need to hire fast, accelerate your results with sponsored jobs. New users can try for free at Indeed.com/radio. That's Indeed.com/radio. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Big B Coffee. An accident has been cleared in Livonia, 96 Jeffries eastbound at Levan. You will find residual backups from at least I-275 and also affecting 275 traffic as well. There's an accident reported 75 southbound at M59 as well as one in the work zone, 75 southbound just after 14 Mile. That's off to the right shoulder. Don't get the Monday blues. Head into your locally owned and operated Big B Coffee for $1 Coffee Mondays. Any size hot brewed coffee, just $1. Start your week off the right way with the $1 coffee at participating Southeast Michigan Big B Coffee locations. I'm Michelle Pena, the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
Now available for download. Always aggravated. A Mike Valenti signature podcast. Get it on radio.com and Apple iTunes.
It's time to buy a new
what's kid-friendly and practical. At the end of the day, she picked the minivan. They both chose Vibe Credit Union for their auto loan because it's easy to agree on quick approvals and fast funding, not to mention super low rates. Hey, at least you picked that cool red color. That's kind of sporty, right? Apply today at VibeCreditUnion.com. Vibe Credit Union, driven by something different. Member NCUA.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip, it's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at D.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
DTE wants to help your business build Michigan's future. Whether your business is large, small, or in between, a DTE expert will help you find ways to improve energy efficiency and add incentives through our many programs. Programs that can help you save money. Money you can use to create jobs and invest in the future. You see, DTE wants you to be successful because when your business thrives, Michigan does too. DTE. At DTE, our business is making sure you have reliable, affordable natural gas to keep your business running. So we constantly upgrade and monitor our system 24/7, 365. We also buy natural gas in the summer when prices are low and store it for winter. Because at DTE, part of our business is to keep your business costs affordable all year long. Learn more at DTEenergy.com. DTE.
When donating your car, you want to donate it where it will do the most good, and that's Mother Waddles. Rick Frazier here to remind you that not only is Mother Waddles Detroit's oldest and most respected car donation program, but that the Mother Waddles mission has also been helping the poorest of the poor for well over 50 years now. So if you have an extra car and you could use a great tax deduction, then put that old car to good use and donate it to Mother Waddles. Tens of thousands of satisfied car donors have enjoyed tax savings while helping Mother Waddles to help others. So please do your part and donate your car to Mother Waddles. Remember, folks, don't take chances with your car donation. Go with the leader, and that's Mother Waddles. Simply call Mother Waddles today at 313-WADDLES or donate your car online at motherwaddles.org. Mother Waddles, a name you can trust. Call today, 313-WADDLES. That's 313-WADDLES.
This Cyber Monday at Meijer, start the season with savings. Save big with MPerks deals every day through Christmas. Sign up for MPerks today at mperks.com or in the Meijer app. Plus, save big with deals going on now. Get 75% off Izod men's cover jackets, now only $20. Buy one, get one for $1. Yankee Candle large jars or tumblers, and more. Save big with daily MPerks deals every day through Christmas at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
The Ultimate Cheesy Garlic Bread Collection from Subway presents the Ultimate Holiday Song.
Deck the bread with buttery garlic. Taste the melting mozzarella.
Done we now our tender steaks.
Try it now before it's too late.
Try the new Ultimate Steak, part of the Ultimate Cheesy Garlic Bread Collection, only at Subway.
Participating restaurants.
'Twas the holiday season, and in your garage, a brand new John Deere. That's not a mirage. With neighbors admiring your shiny new ride, it's your year for a Deere to fill you with pride. So if additional offers are what you desire, see our low rates before they expire. Now start up your engines and drive out of sight. New John Deere equipment for all, and to all a good night. Make it your year for a Deere. See your John Deere dealer today to discover more amazing deals and attractive financing offers.
Tonight, starting at 6.